Hey guys, this is Charles Almighty Wraith of Game Warriors Gaming for a Cause, and this is Unscripted. This episode, I wanted to talk to you about to go boldly. And I've had that phrase rattling in my head for about a month now, and I wasn't sure which direction that I was supposed to go with it because it can go multiple ways and stuff like that. And as this recording, I still have no clue. So, but I know that when I first thought about it, I wanted to say that, most of the boldness that we see in the world today is, from keyboard warriors or trolls or whatever you want to call them, that are constantly harassing people online and, just spreading so much hate and stirring the pot and everything else. But, honestly, that's not boldness, that's cowardice. So that's not where I want to go. I mean, I don't agree with it. But the fact that they feel bold behind that screen, behind that keyboard, it says a lot. But what if we, as individuals, decided to be bold in person, or behind the keyboard or whatever, to stand up for other people, and to love one another in a bold manner, to do outside of our comfort zone, outside of, what, we shy away. We don't say anything, because it's comfortable to stay out of it. And once we start trying to put ourselves into the mix or whatever, we open ourselves up, we make ourselves vulnerable to ridicule and everything else. So to stand up for someone, to do stuff like that, that's bold. But again, that's not all of it. That's not where I felt like I should be going with this conversation. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about boldness, and getting out of our comfort zone and everything else. And we were talking about Game Warriors, and and they brought up a point. And it's still along the same lines of what I just talked about, but being bold, is opening yourself up to vulnerability. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture of, going online and standing up for someone. It doesn't have to be standing in front of a bully. And I mean, don't get me wrong, all those things are bold. But the simple act of showing people that they're loved and that someone cares for them, that takes a sense of boldness, especially you don't know how they're going to react. It could be as simple as going up to someone and complimenting them on something, seeing someone that's a little down, and going up to them, asking them what's wrong, how can you help them, and the thing is, with Game Warriors and with me, I don't consider what we do as being bold, but he pointed out that it is, because in spite of what people have said about me in the past, I know I'm not an eloquent speaker. I know that I don't have the funding to grow Game Warriors the way I want to grow it right at the moment. I don't come from money. I don't come from a uh, a background that allows me to uh, see, take this idea that we have and just make it a reality overnight. It takes work. It takes, but I've been bold in my pursuit of it, and uh, and we don't have always have the greatest equipment to do it. I mean, uh, a lot of stuff we make work because we've decided that it's something that needs to be done. So I've caught criticism about the fact of how some of the videos look. I've caught criticism on the fact that I say a lot, like I just did, um, but I don't let it stop me. So, like my friend said, I've been bold in that aspect, and I needed to hear that, honestly. And it's not something that, Game Warriors isn't something that I do or any of us do to get recognition or anything like that. It's because we see a need and we want to help. We want to meet that need. You know, uh, that's us in a nutshell. Um, but there's been times where I let that fear hinder me. I've let the fact that you know uh, the videos aren't as professional as I would like them. I let the fact that our events aren't as big as I would like them. Um, you know, I've let that creep in and nag at me in the back of my head. Um, and then I push through it because I know it's something that needs to be done. It drives me outside of my comfort zone. Um, it, you know, if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't shown that boldness to do what I've done, if I would listen to that guy that said this was never going to work, um, because it was a stupid idea, and uh, then we wouldn't have raised uh, the money and awareness for these different groups that we've raised money for. Um, if I wouldn't have stepped outside of my comfort zone and shared some of my family history and the stuff that I've had gone through, um, I would not have inspired someone to speak up about the stuff that had happened to them. And, so I stopped to think about those things. Those things outweigh all the negativity that I've gotten over the fact that uh, this is bigger than what I can afford. This is you know I need a better speaker. I need this. I need that. But if I would have waited till we had those, we would have had so many missed opportunities to help others. And honestly, I feel like that's more important than the quality of our videos as far as the look and the feel of it. Because when it boils down to it, the message behind our videos, the message from our tournaments, and from our posts and everything else is all about making this world a better place, loving one another, and you know, this video is just as much for me as it is for anybody else about being bold in the way that in our pursuit of making this world a better place. Um, you know, I've said it in a previous video, we don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to see eye to eye on every subject and everything, to treat each other with respect and love. Um, but we have to be bold enough to step out of our comfort zone and out of our circle of friends to do something, to get something accomplished. And that's pretty much all I've got. So, till next time, guys, this is Charles Almighty Ray saying stay awesome.